one game doesn't validate Kawhi Leonard. He was clearly the best player on the court last night. You know where I stand. If Kevin Durant was healthy, he would not be the best player. I don't want to hear it. He ain't better than no damn Kevin Durant. I don't want to hear it. I'll tell Kawhi to his face, and I love Kawhi, but I don't believe that for 1 second. Secondly, this is despite how, and by the way, believe it or not, I'm not tired. I'm depressed. I'm depressed. That's what you're looking at. You're not looking at America at a person that's tired. You're looking at a person that is depressed because you know how hyped I was about last night. And to see, and I didn't bring this up earlier.
Kawhi beat LeBron and Stephen A. Smith in one night.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. If Danny Green did not show up last night, the Lakers would have gotten blown out of the building.
Yeah.
Danny Green saved them from getting blown out. And so for me, now I'm looking at them and I'm saying, LeBron, the one thing I can predict that if Father Time ain't the issue, that LeBron, because Reggie Miller and I were talking after the game, and Reggie Miller reminded me that he didn't have much time in preseason. So give him about 10 games to get in, and then you'll see the LeBron. And I'm going to listen to the Hall of Famer that is Reggie Miller, one of the great clutch players this game has ever seen. But I will say this, and I'll hand it over to you, Metta.
All right.
When you look at LeBron James, last night I couldn't tell whether it was rust or whether it was age. But I do know this, a whole bunch of people were sitting in that arena, and I was walking around all over the place, and they were all like, what the hell is up with LeBron? Has he aged before our eyes? I sincerely hope and believe that that is not true.
I mean, everybody's going to age. He's, what, 35? It's inevitable, you know, and he's a great player. Kawhi is the best. I do believe, like, if Durant was healthy, I don't see them winning. And then also,
No doubt.
you know what I'm saying? I don't see them. I don't see them
better
winning.
than him. He's just on a better team.
And I love Kawhi because the way he plays, he reminds me of a better version of myself. But he traveled twice against the Sixers when he caught the ball. At the top, took 4 steps.
That's right.
And in the corner, he took 4 steps.
That's right.
That's an overtime game.
Yep.
That was a horrible job by the referees.
Yep.
It's not really to, you know.
Talk about last year in the semifinals.
Last year in the semifinals, two travels. How do you
Two
miss
travels
that?
in the same play, and they missed their game to
How
win
do
the
you
shot.
miss that?
Well, go ahead.
But I love Kawhi because I remember when I played against him with the Spurs, he caught the ball and did an outside reverse turn. And when he did that, I'm like, only Kobe's doing this. It was a simple move, and I'm like, this is pretty interesting. This is like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 8 years ago, and I didn't know who he was, but now you see.
You know what impresses me about Kawhi? Kawhi's the boss, and no one gets it.
Yeah,
it's like a Kaiser Sosa thing. He's a gangster. He's in charge, and he does it without saying a word. He kept the media waiting. Like, I had to leave before he got there. We had to get up in the morning. It's like he's supposed to come out at 10:30. It's 10:45, 11, 11:15. Everyone else is done an hour ago. He's taking his time. He'll come out when he's ready. Kept everyone. But not only that, like, he chooses the Clippers, right?
Yes.
Instead, no, LeBron, I'm not coming to join you. I'm coming to get you. And
that was the biggest
And then
move.
gets Paul George. He's like directing who's going where. Like, people don't understand. Kawhi is in charge. He just doesn't broadcast.
Well, first of all, we all know he's in charge, and I'll tell you another reason he was in charge. This notion that he wanted to leave, you know, he was always going to come to L.A. He actually told Masai in Toronto, "I'll stay if you're going to get Paul George." But you were going to have to trade. You're going to have to trade Pascal Siakam in order to do it. And Masai did not want to trade Siakam, so as a result, you didn't land Paul George. And then he looked at the Lakers. He was a heartbeat away from going to the Lakers. But what happened was he told the Clippers, "Get me Paul George, because and I'll come to you. But if you do not get Paul George, I am going to the Lakers," which is why the Clippers went out and made that deal. Having said all of that, you're right in terms of he's clearly a boss. There is no doubt about it. Here's my thinking, Molly, Max, Metta. My attitude is LeBron James has a guy that is in his face saying, "I'm coming to get you," like Max said.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm thinking, that's King James. Well, let's go. And everything about LeBron James that I saw last night told me, oh, yeah, let's go, until the second quarter arrived. And then after that, I'm looking for him while Kawhi is on a roll and nothing happens.
I want to ask Metta this, because you said Reggie Miller said give him about 10 games.
About 10 games.
You know, to get back to his usual self. We mentioned the age. In your opinion, is it more age or is it a rust factor with LeBron? Because we know he was hyped for this game.
I mean, LeBron's going to play well, but it might not look like it did 10 years ago. We can't expect that to happen because he's 35 years old. He's not 30 years old anymore.
So you think it's age?
I mean, it's everybody gets older, you know, but you do get better. So you will see big gains from LeBron, but I don't think you're going to see him flying
I'm also looking at coaching, y'all. I'm also looking at coaching, Max, because I don't think, listen, he's their one right now because they don't have a point guard, and he has to be their one. And maybe, just maybe, that was him trying to get everybody else involved. But I'm saying, you ain't trying to get people involved when you're recognized as one of, if not the greatest in the world, and a dude that's the reigning defending champion, NBA Finals MVP, is telling the world, I'm coming for you.
Who's the greatest player of all time? Who's the greatest player of all time? Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't want it with Kobe when Kobe was hitting his prime and Mike was old. He didn't want to be put on Kobe. He didn't want to get embarrassed. I mean, it's just the way it is. And Jordan, at his best, was better than Kobe ever was or LeBron ever was. And even MJ, who's the most competitive mammal who ever lived, is like, I don't need this Kobe guy on me. I'm not there. And LeBron is closer to that Jordan than people realize. That's 1. 2. So it's father time, right?
Yeah.
It's also father Kawhi. Kawhi is sunning the league right now. Look at what's happening.
I don't know if he's sunning the whole league.
He ain't sunning the whole league.
He's sunning the whole league.
Did he sun the freak? The freak?
I don't think he's sunning the whole league. It's a lot of good.
Max, here's the reality, and you'll grasp this. You cannot be in Hollywood making movies, be on social media every week with Taco Tuesday. And all of this other stuff, and we haven't seen you since April. And then we finally get you against a dude that is clearly coming for you, and you have no answer. That cannot happen. Period.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.